A huge blob of warm air is starting to build up across the southeastern US. And at the same time, an even bigger blob of cold air is taking over the west coast. And guess what? They're going to crash into each other and cause a huge mess. Severe weather, tornadoes, snow, and widespread flash flooding will pose a danger to millions of people across more than 30 states, all because of this atmospheric accident. So let's talk about how this is going to affect you and break the forecast down day by day. As soon as tomorrow, things are going to be nuts in the atmosphere, especially in Oklahoma and Texas. This giant warm blob of air is really nice for now. It feels like how spring should feel across the majority of the southeastern US, but that warmth will become the primary fuel for thunderstorms as a mighty trough of colder air comes swinging in from the west. When these two air masses meet, all kinds of problems are going to unfold and spread across the country. First of all, right when that crash first happens, there's going to be a ton of spin in the atmosphere. This leads me to believe that some of the thunderstorms that fire during the evening on Thursday will probably explode into big-time supercells. And what this means is that large hail, damaging winds, and maybe even some tornadoes will be the main troublemakers as we go through the day and into the night on Thursday. These supercells are going to take advantage of the warm, moist air and grow until they become a big blob of stormy mess as we go later into Thursday night. But just look at how much of this energy spreads out across the Ohio Valley and up into the northeast. This boundary between warm and cold air is going to serve as our own little atmospheric river in the east over the next few days, as several rounds of heavy rain-producing thunderstorms move over this area over and over again. But this huge area of basically stationary rain is going to intensify as we go into Friday. And not only that, but the severe storms are going to ramp back up farther to the east. You see, a cold front is going to finally start swinging through and pushing that storm blob out of Texas and Oklahoma to the east. And this cold front is going to have significant forcing behind it, so it's going to flatten that blob of storms out into a squall line with damaging winds. And those damaging winds are no doubt going to be the main threat as we go into Friday.
Every year, we give our fine Lindt chocolate a very special shape.
But there is a chance that some supercells may try to pop up out ahead of the main line, and if that happens, we really have to be on the lookout for some big-time tornadoes. This far out, it's hard to tell whether or not that's actually going to be the case. But there are little hints and clues that allow us to be weather detectives and decipher what's most likely. So let's investigate the jet stream here. Do you see that big trough and the way that it's tilted? This is actually historically related to major tornado outbreaks in the past. I mean, look, the shape of the trough coming through on Friday looks eerily similar to what we had during the super outbreak of April 2011.